Test 1, 2. I'll grab my guitar in a second. Do I need to get that guitar mic closer, or do... Okay. Let me go to one I'm actually playing. Let's see. Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. What is that okay? Okay. Seventh grade, you're sitting so far back. Oh, I just called them seventh. I meant eighth. Eighth graders, you're sitting so far back compared to what you normally do. Holly, Andrea, do we have more people coming? Are there... I mean, I know we're missing some, but... Well, okay. Track anybody else down. Okay, welcome. Excited to have you here tonight. Katie is not feeling 100%, has a sinus infection, so she's staying back at the soundboard tonight and not singing. So we are going to do some guitar songs and still have a lot of fun. So let's get on your feet. We're going to sing Blessed Be Your Name. Now, this is the one. Do you have the give and take away in there? Okay. This is the one where I always tell you that this is the song I struggled with so badly when it said you give and take away, thinking that like God took things away from us, like loved ones, or, and you've heard Pastor Bruce talk about that. And I've come to decide that this, for me, means that God takes away our pain. God takes away, we're going to have hard things, but God walks with us through it, but doesn't give us the hard things in our life. So let's sing Blessed Be Your Name. we go. Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where the streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name when I'm found in the desert place. Though I walk through the wilderness, blessed be your name. Think about these words. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be your name when the sun's shining down on me, when the world's all as it should be. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name on the road marked with suffering, though there's pain in the offering. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Here's that part. Here we go. You give and take away. You give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. So the next one, our high schoolers can't even come up and help lead this one. This is Prince of Peace, and it's one, have we done it once maybe, Katie? And I'm going to put on my lapel mic real quick, but this is a song actually that my kids at my first church loved like you guys love Lighthouse. And so I wanted to teach it a little bit more. This video is actually a group of camp counselors that made this for when they were sharing camp songs during COVID. So you'll see a bunch of faces that you don't recognize, but they're camp counselors up there doing the actions. So what happens is we have the chorus, and then the first verse, and then the second verse, and then you can choose on the last verse which part you want to sing. So there's I will sing to and worship, and it just repeats that over and over. And then there's another one that says, you are Lord of Lords, you are King of Kings, you are, and so they overlay on top of each other. I bet there's no lyrics up here. That's going to be the hard part. That's going to be impossible. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to enjoy you're going to sing along what you can. You're not going to see the lyrics on the screen. We're going to do this again in a future week, and I want you to do your best to catch on to it a little bit, and then we're going to teach it more in future weeks too.
When we do the overlay,
the split,
which one do you want to do?
Sure, I'll do the I will sing too.
Okay.
Or you do that part,
okay.
And we'll do because we need kind of stronger, we need more voices for the other part is a little faster. You are Lord of Lords, you are King of Kings, you're mighty God. So if you know it, sing out. Otherwise, if you're struggling with the lyrics, just watch the video and enjoy this worship song. So we'll sing it more again in future. Here we go. The first part is an echo, so that's nice.
You are holy, you are holy, you are mighty, you are mighty, you are worthy, you are worthy, worthy of praise, worthy of praise. I will follow, I will follow, I will listen, I will listen, I will love you, I will love you all my
So now we repeat the echo part.
You are holy.
You are holy.
You are mighty.
You are mighty.
You are worthy.
You are worthy.
Of praise.
Worthy of praise.
I will follow.
I will follow.
I will listen.
I will listen.
I will love you.
I will love you
All of my days.
all of my days. Now here's the second part. Lord of lords, you are King of kings. You are mighty God, Lord of everything. You're Emmanuel, you're the great I am. You're my Prince of Peace, who is the Lamb. You're my living God, you're my saving grace. You will reign forever, you are ancient of days. You are Alpha, Omega, beginning and end. You are my Savior, Messiah, Redeemer, and friend. You are my Prince of Peace, and I will live my life for you. So now we'll go through it one more time, and you will sing those two parts. Oh, no, the repeat's right here. You're mighty God, Lord of everything. You're Emmanuel, you're the great I am. You're the Prince of Peace, who is the Lamb. You're my living God, you're my saving grace. You will reign forever, you are ancient of days. You are Alpha, Omega, beginning and end. You're my Savior, Messiah, Redeemer, and friend. You're my Prince of Peace, and I will live my life for you. You are my Prince of Peace, and I will live my life for you. So we'll sing that one a couple more times. Once it grows on you, once it gets in your bones, it's a hard one to stop singing. So, okay, you can have a seat, pass out prayer cards. I stand to praise you, but I fall on my knees. My spirit is willing, but my flesh is so weak. Light the fire
My soul,
fan the
flame,
make me whole. Lord, you know,
Lord, I know
where
where I am.
so light the
Fire in my heart again.
I feel your arms around me as the power of your healing begins. My spirit moves right through me like a mighty rushing wind. Light the fire in my soul, fan the flame, make me whole. Lord, you know where I've been. Light the fire in my heart again. So take a couple deep breaths. Get your feet firmly planted on the ground, center yourself. Try to let everything go from your day and close out any thoughts that are have maybe been egging at you all day long. Sometimes there's like one thing that you're been struggling with in a certain day, and encourage you to try to let that just flow down the river and let it go, and try to let go of its kind of hold on you. If there's like a test or an issue with a friend or family that's struggling with something, just try to right now just be as present in the prayer as you can.
Dear Lord, we come to you this evening thankful that you're always ready to hear us and to answer us as you see best. So we lift these prayers to you. Lord, I pray for my great aunt who has cancer, and I pray for good grades. I pray for people with mental health issues. I pray for people who don't have shelter and for them to stay warm and healthy. I pray that people stay healthy and have plenty of food. And I pray for people not to fail their classes and to get good grades. And I pray for my friend's mother. Lord, in your mercy,
Hear our prayer. God, we pray for all students' mental health as they navigate school, friendships, and activities. Pray that everyone is able to find happiness, God, and find it through you. I pray for all those who are struggling mentally and physically that they get better, and I hope for good weather. God, I pray for my friend and whoever else needs help with mental health, that it gets better. God, prayers for healing for Thomas and his medical team to heal him. God, I pray for the homeless and for the sick. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer.
Lord, I give thanks for good results from the doctor. Be with those who are not here tonight, and be with those who are not well in body or mind or spirit. And I pray for warm weather, good grades, safety, and health for all my friends and family. I pray for everyone's health and for our teams to do well. I pray that we do well at our basketball games tomorrow and Saturday. And I pray for people struggling with mental health and don't know how to take care of it. And I pray for Light of Christ and its youth this year, and we ask that you guide us all along your path and help us to understand your desires. Lord, in your mercy,
Hear our prayer. God, I pray for my friend's mom. Whatever she is that she's going through, be with her. I pray for my mom as she goes through a tough week. Please be there for her. I pray for myself to stay safe, to stay positive, and to be more than okay. I pray for good grades, and I pray for the wars and for the homeless and for the less fortunate. I pray that everyone stays safe and for togetherness. God, I pray that we do good at our basketball game tomorrow. I pray for those going through loss, for those struggling in any way. I pray for a great week or weekend, and I'm thankful for food, water, shelter, family, friends, and education. God, I pray that my friend is able to overcome his addiction. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer.
Lord, I pray for everyone to stay safe and healthy. Lord, I pray I do well on my math test and that I don't get graded. I pray to do good in school and to do good in sports. I pray for Aiden as he recovers from his knee injury. I pray for the homeless in the cold. I pray for people struggling to find food and clean water. Dear God, I pray for my basketball team this weekend and for the homeless people out in the cold. I pray for the homeless people to find warmth during the winter. Pray that I get better grades in science. Lord, I pray you be with those of us who are worried and are stressed about school or life. Lord, in your mercy,
hear our prayer. God, I pray for my Aunt Kathy, who was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer today. Pray for people who are struggling with mental health. Pray for my grandma, who is still struggling with cancer. Pray for everyone with a medical problem. God, I pray for Joe from the food shelf to keep helping and providing everyone with food. Help her also as she gets over her influenza. Pray for family, friends, grades, and basketball. I pray that I do good on my upcoming tests. God, I pray that my grades can go up and that I can do good on tests that I have this week and next week. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. God, I pray that I do good on my math test and that my teacher doesn't lose my test again. I pray for good test results in my upcoming tests. I pray for my family, my dog, and my friend. I pray to do good at my second tournament this weekend. All these things, God, we lift up to you. We know that you hear us, and I pray that you help these youth to feel your presence in big and real ways, even though we can't see you or touch you, but that we can see you in the face of a friend, and we can feel your presence in a sunset or in the wind. We can see you in lots of different ways, even if we can't see you in like a physical body. So pray that these youth feel that presence, that these adults know that you're walking with them each and every day, and be with us as we continue to learn and grow and make new friends and try to grow in our faith. Thank you for this night and our chance to be together, and all God's children said, amen.
All right. Announcements.
Whoops, sorry about that. So fundraisers coming up. Did groups, you probably didn't get any chance to talk last week or much about the upcoming fundraiser, but we have a couple months. I think we put March 11th for the deadline for turning things in. So keep talking about it, but we do have Lent coming up as well, and that will make it, that's just a different time because you're not gathering in your groups. So try to talk about it now if you can, if you want to gather anything together. And again, it does not have to be big. It just helps us to have numbers of items. So even if everybody brought a candy bar and it was a $10 basket of treats that a kid might want to bid on. It's just just to have items on our auction really helps. So thank you for that support. I want to really encourage all of you to find ways to get connected on Sunday mornings. I feel like we've lost this a little bit since we have not had our acolytes since before COVID. We used to have that you would get fully gowned and come in and light the candles and be those acolytes would be the ones that would help serve communion. So we can bring that back.
Right.
Or, and if you ever want to acolyte, we are more than willing to let you do that. But the other option is you find ways to usher, greet, serve communion. It's life-giving. It's really great to connect with the community. And here's the other thing. Our community needs to see you at worship and volunteering and help. Like, you are a vital part of what's happening here at this church. And it's so important for the congregation to see you serving. So find a Sunday when you can come and hand out bulletins and help collect offering. There will always be someone here to help give you some direction and that sort of thing. But I want to ask that you do at least 2 Sundays a year. That's super easy. 2 is very small, and you can get a worship note at the same time. So find 2 Sundays a year where you can help, find a friend and come help in some way. And step outside your comfort zone and try serving communion. It's really a great experience. And you'll be doing it on mission trips, but also like when we do our mission trip return worship, we do all those things. And so it's great to get your first time out of the way now. So there are links. Yeah, Katie, go for it.
You can always use help on soundboard and live stream too, and it's simpler than it seems, I promise.
And Katie will walk you through all of it, and yeah, so that's another way if you do not want to be like in front of people at all, like you can be helping back there, and that's another great way. But there are sign-up links, or you can just email me and I'll get you connected, but Katie sort of coordinates those pieces for worship, but 2 times a year you can do that, and maybe we'll end up saying like more of down the road, but for now I'm going to start with that. Okay, what else do I have, Katie? Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Pastor Bruce.
One question. Who created God? All right. The short answer is nobody. And by that I mean God has no beginning, God has no end, which is really hard for us to wrap our minds around, because we only know things that have beginning and end. We only know things that happen in time, right? Because right now it is 7:19, then it'll be 7:20, 7:21, 7:22. It's yesterday, today, tomorrow. It's January, February, March. We can't experience things outside of time. It's like a fish in the ocean. The only things that a fish can experience is in water, okay? And so when we try and wrap our heads around that, it's trying to think about what's God like, where God is not defined by time. And that's just a really hard thing for us to do, to think of something that has no beginning and no end, because everything we know has a beginning and an end. And so my comparison is, if you think about it, not as in terms of time, but in terms of space, imagine we lived in a world of a single plane, okay, just height and width, okay, just one single plane. And somebody came into our two-dimensional world and said, there's a third dimension. It's called depth. How could you understand depth if all you've ever known is height and width? And that's what we struggle with when we think about the life to come on the other side of the grave. Jesus tells all these things about it, and it's just like, well, I really don't get this. And it's like that. It's trying to understand something we've never experienced yet, okay? And so it's not any wonder to me that we sometimes kind of scratch our heads and think, how does that work, okay? And so what we simply do is trust that Jesus knows and that he understands, and that even if we can't understand those things, he understands us, and one day we will know. One day we will understand all the things that he's talking about. So when we say God is eternal, that's what that word means. No beginning, no end. Always was, always will be. Okay? All right. Let's see. I think that's okay. 9th grade, off to the living room. Okay. All right. 7th and 8th graders, stand and stretch where you're at. Okay. Okay, get up, stretch a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Give me your attention for about 10 minutes at most. Okay? All right. Right now we're doing a unit I call Real Friends, and it's about how to become the friend you always wanted to have. And so what we're giving you is different skills, different things you can learn, different things you can practice, so that you become the friend you always wanted to have. Because if you are a friend, if you are a great friend to other people, you will always have friends. I promise you that, okay? And so we want you to grow in your friendships and have deep, caring, loving friends. And so that's what we're working at in this unit. And last week, Kirsten introduced the how to start a conversation with somebody you don't know. And it was the acronym WHEAT, W-H-E-A-T. And in your small group, you're going to get a chance to practice that. And it stands for, if you're meeting with someone for the first time, to get a conversation going. Anybody remember what the W stands for? What's that? Where, right. So you can ask about, where are you from, okay? Or where did you go, okay? All right. How about H? Anybody remember what the H stands for? What's that? Hobbies, very good, right. Okay, good job. Okay. I can tell you this, when I was your age, I was painfully shy. Just so introverted, so shy. And it's just the thought of trying to talk to somebody I didn't know was just, ugh. I can tell you now, I could talk to anybody about anything, anywhere, because I have had to do it for 40 years now. I've been put in these situations where I get plunked down next to somebody at a wedding reception or a funeral lunch or whatever. I don't know them, and we just, off we go. If you can find out what somebody is really passionate about and just ask them about it. So say somebody is really passionate about bicycle racing, let's say. And you find that out and you just start asking them about it and they'll tell you all about it. And they will think you're the most wonderful person in the world because they got to tell you about something that they really love, okay? So find out what people really like, what they love to do, and have them tell you about it, okay? So that's WHE. Anybody? What's that? Experience is very close. Events, right, okay? All right? So different things like what's been the most significant, exciting thing you've ever done, okay? Or what did you do? What's the best thing you did in the last 3 months? Or those kinds of things, okay? And then WHEA, okay? Anybody remember what that one was? Okay. All right. Over here, acquaintances, all right? So finding people that you both know. It's like, oh, you know so-and-so, and you talk about them, and, how'd you get to meet them, and all that kind of stuff, okay? And you just find out you have a mutual connection. And then the last one is travel. Very good, okay? All right. Maybe, where did you go on spring break? Did you like it? What was the best thing about it? What are you going to do this summer? What did you do over Christmas? If you ask leading, open-ended questions to people, it's just amazing how people will begin to open up and want to tell you about themselves, okay? So, in your small group, what we are going to do is you are each should be able to get a card with a WHEAT on it. But I think you should have one for everybody in your buckets guides. And what I'd like to do is just to have you pass that out so everybody has one in your small group. The first time, guides, I want you to do this for 5 minutes. So the two of you just model this, okay? Pretend you don't know each other at all, and you just have this conversation like we're just meeting, and see if you can touch on all these things, okay? 5 minutes at the most, okay? Then second time, if you have junior guides, I want the junior guides to do this as well, okay? So you model this for the 7th and 8th graders, okay? Give them an example of how to do this. Then, 7th and 8th graders in your small group, we'll have you paired up, and in 5-minute increments. So the first two of you, first pair, you'll do this for 5 minutes between the two of you. Pretend you don't know anything about each other, and just practice doing that. Then at 5 minutes,